This wasn't $1 million boat, and this is only the small amount of damage that Hurricane Milton caused.
Incredible hurricane. It has dropped
off of the stadium there, and this is just what we're beginning to see.
It has dropped 50 millibars in 10 hours.
There's never been one like this. And this, Helene was a wake-up call. This is literally catastrophic. And I can say without any dramatization whatsoever, if you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you're gonna die.
Shouldn't be on the roads right now.
Yeah, this is a great reminder that this vehicle is stuck right in the middle.
So this was day one of Hurricane Milton. I was at my parents' house, but luckily we were right out of the wrath of the hurricane. The eye did not come near us, but we got a ton of winds and rain, which ended up knocking a bunch of trees over and causing all sorts of havoc. As you see here, the wind was ripping at about 50 knots, and the rain was just coming in nonstop with this wind. It was insane, guys, but this made for the perfect conditions for the next day to fish something really special that only happens after hurricanes or tropical storms, and this is fishing the flood. All right, everybody, this is an important announcement about this video. All the money this video makes is being donated to hurricane relief for Hurricane Milton. This was a no-joke hurricane, you guys. It's still going on, technically. This wind that's going on around me right now is still from Hurricane Milton. The damages were just devastating. It's almost chaos down here, but I've been helping clean all morning, helping out the neighbors, so I'm gonna go and fish Hurricane Milton in the series. This is gonna be a pretty long series of fishing after the hurricane, what it's like, the damages of a hurricane. And today is day one, so the flooding was pretty severe from the rainwater. So all of these roadside canals, as I'm walking by right now, are gonna be loaded with small tarpon, snook, and redfish. That's gonna be our first target, and we're using a little 3-inch swim bait. And we're gonna see if the action goes down. Hey guys, so usually it's just a little tiny creek, but since this hurricane flooding, it's like insanely pumping water, got some blown up debris right here. We're gonna see if there's some tarpon in here, because we have hooked one in here, believe it or not. So I'm just gonna toss this little swim bait, see if we can get on some action. If anything, they're gonna be partially blind right now. Current is just ripping through here. Like right at this eddy. Yeah, this spillway is pumping water, guys. Any other circumstance is never like this. So I just want to put it in that perspective to you guys. This thing is really pumping from all the rain we got. It is crazy how much water is getting pumped through here. And I'm just letting my swim bait go back with the current. See if any tarpon are hanging back. So far I haven't seen them yet. Usually you'll see them roll like right in front of you. But they might be in the other pond across the street. See if we get a bite. Oh, tarpon on. Oh, he just spit it right there, guys. So we hooked a fish. Just got smoked by a tarpon, little guy. That caught me off guard. He jumped it, obviously. But there we go. Our first tarpon was on. Could we could hook another one doing the same exact thing.
Tarpon on.
Just slow winding it back through this creek. That was a good little eat right there. They're probably half blind right now, so they're probably gonna eat almost anything they see. But usually when you hook one, it's very hard to hook another one. But there he was, first tarpon bite. Just kind of grinding it through. They're probably just waiting for all the bait to flush through here, but since we hooked one, I don't know if the rest are gonna bite. Usually that's how it goes when you're doing this kind of fishing, is you'll hook one and that's it. We're gonna go after this truck. So right here is where that spill water's coming from, but usually not this much debris, which I'm not shocked by, but hopefully there'll be some predators on the outside. But we have like 3 seconds to get bit, basically. Not a fan of that. So usually like right where this is where you get bit, right where all the sticks are. This is the first time I've ever seen so many sticks piled up in this general area, but not much you can do about it. Just keep seeing something waking around. Yeah, it's definitely a fish waking through. It's gonna land right by him. Tried the other side for a little bit, coming back here. There should be more tarpon. It's really about getting the bait in front of their eyes right now. But when I do hook one, I do lose confidence because usually the other ones will kind of let them know what's going on. I don't know what it is with tarpon, but you hook one in this area, the rest no. So let's see if we can make it happen. So this is somebody's window on the sidewalk. This is a mobile home window. That's why they always say to evacuate the mobile homes, because guys, that is someone's side of their house that's laying on the side of the street, right by where I'm about to fish. That's the mobile home park right there. But man, this is all craziness. It's really hard to understand like what goes on during a hurricane. The news makes it always sound worse than it is, but this one was really bad, guys. It's still windy right now. But we're gonna get back at it. See if there's any tarpon under here. Sometimes there are, but I don't know how the heck I'm gonna land them if I do hook them. This is the sidewalk that is underwater. A couple steps closer. Ooh. Got some bait fish in the sidewalk. Let's fish the sidewalk. Perfect cast right there. Oh. Ton of little like finger mullet and stuff in the sidewalk. Show you guys what we are fishing in. There's your sidewalk right there. Hopefully this water ain't too dirty. There's a good flow to it. It's not stagnated, but holy smokes. It's cold, I'll tell you that. It's cold. Stay on this bench so I can get some casting action. Good old dandy sidewalk right here. I'll probably get snagged, but it looks cool. It looks very cool. So I'm definitely gonna drop a bait. I'm so gonna get snagged on something. Why am I doing this? Eddy right here. Imagine hook a tarpon right here. Oh, so sweet. I'll be honest, that spot looks sick. Looked really good with all the mangroves and stuff, but no one's home. I really want to catch that tarpon that's right here, but I know he's not gonna bite, but since we're heading back to the truck, I'm gonna give it a few more. All right, so I'm hopping in the truck, gonna go try some new flooded spots. So I would call that a semi-success. We hooked a tarpon, but we didn't land the tarpon. And as you guys know with me, unless a fish is landed at the boat or in my hands, it don't count. So pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty cool to say like, I'm fishing a sewer drainage point and I hooked a tarpon. Wasn't very big, but also very cool. So now we're gonna go try some other flooded areas that I have a feeling should have some fish in them. And we're gonna start up the good old car and get right to them. Got a little spoonbill across the way, a little pink Florida bird. There's a brand new sandbar in this creek. It's never looked like this before. Some sand was definitely pushed around. See if we get bit. See if we get lucky. That's the most unlucky cast I could have possibly have hit. Got this little swim bait coming through. Swimming good. I don't see why we wouldn't get a hit. It's really deep in here. Ah, we snagged something. Felt like a hit for like 1 second. Oh, there she goes. So basically, guys, later today, I'm gonna come back out here, fish with my buddy Jansen, see what happens. It's a little messy right now, a little gross, but we'll see. Hopefully later today will be good, but in between then, I'm gonna show you guys the damages of this hurricane, the part that people wanna see. So a lot of this debris is from Hurricane Helene. Yeah, a lot of this debris is from Hurricane Helene, and a lot of it got blown around, but I wanna show you guys some of the flooding that this storm caused. The storm had no storm surge in this area. So between like Clearwater and Dunedin, no storm surge, but some areas got up to like 20 inches of rain. So a lot of freshwater flooding happened. So we are going to keep cruising on. And then I'm gonna get back out here with my buddy Jansen and see if we can't get some tarpon. The first stop was sadly Clearwater Beach, and this place was devastated. This shot told me everything I needed to know. We had crows all over trash. I mean, I'm gonna show you guys something. The streets were lined up with people's furnitures that they had lost, and this went on for miles all up and down Island Estates and Clearwater Beach. So this just puts it in perspective that people's whole lives were uprooted from Helene and Milton. So this is the damage you're gonna see when a big storm surge or flooding happens. So they can huck one neck in there. Dude. Redfish. Redfish just hit it. Guess you get in there, dude. Holy crap. He just came off. He just smoked it. He was tiny little red.
Oh, there we go.
We're on. We're on. Jansen's on. Jansen's on.
Don't get me in there. Don't get me. Oh.
Oh, it was a tarpon!
Damn.
It was a tarpon, dude! Oh! Hey, the stuff right there.
Hey, tighten that drag a little bit. Good lord.
Oh man, that was a tarpon.
Yeah, that was sweet.
All right, watch this. Oh, I backlashed that. Sometimes they'll come up and just, oh! You see that redfish? Oh my god! Did you see him?
No, I didn't.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Dude, 30 inches. Good morning, you guys. Today we're out here, day 2, fishing Hurricane Milton. This is 2 days after the fact of the storm. As you see, we got boats lined up there on shore. The water is really murky. It's like almost disgusting looking. And I'm gonna show you guys some of the damage and some of the fishing I do directly after the hurricane. Today's target's gonna be like Spanish mackerel, some kingfish action in the bay because they should have blown all in by now. There's a lot of bait. We made bait like as soon as we pull out of the ramp, there's bait everywhere. Not a boat on the water. I'll show you guys some of the debris I see. Everything you gotta watch out for when fishing a hurricane or after a hurricane. This one's kind of hard to see, but there's a sunken sailboat right there. And just a little tower sticking up. But yeah, guys, when these hurricanes happen, it's crazy. It is insane. And yeah, so I'll see you guys when we're in the bay, and I'll show you guys some damages and what's going on out here. Hey guys, since no one's on the bay, the bait is everywhere and the bird action is insane, guys. There's definitely gonna be some Spanish mackerel here, so stay tuned for that. Then we're gonna go over the damages after we get done fishing and getting ready for the catch and cook. But there's Spanish mackerel going crazy under those birds. Jansen, get in there, right there, right there, right there. Get in there. But we're gonna hook up, and I'll see you guys when we're hooked up. We got our first fish in the frenzy. It's a lady fish.
No shit.
We'll just unhook him and just toss him back. But look at that, guys. We're gonna have a lot of action. He's pooping green. I don't know what he ate, but. Oh, on! On! The free line rod just went off. Oh, it's another lady. It's another lady, guys. We're hoping for Spanish, but there's always some lady fish around, it seems like. You never know what you're gonna get directly after a hurricane, but I just heard the free line rod go way off, so. Hoping he just shakes the hook, but he's not gonna do that. He's gonna be an annoyance. Woo! 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 Up. Yep, shook the hook. So Tampa Bay was pretty much the sloppiest I'd ever seen it. We had 4 to 5 foot rollers in the bay. This is 2 days after Hurricane Milton, so if you guys can imagine this place during a hurricane, it was insanity. Probably anywhere from like 8 to 10 foot rollers and swells were going through the bay. The North Skyway Pier is actually open to fish, so we went by that area, and that was awesome. But believe it or not, there was not very much debris in the water. During Hurricane Helene, there was a ton of debris. But this hurricane was actually pretty nice in that aspect since there was no debris. It was pretty much safe for boaters to cruise around, but I do recommend being very careful and not traveling at night. Right, you guys, so we're out here fishing a dock right now. All of these docks right now are gonna be really good, especially here. I'm explaining why. This whole area was wind protected from Milton, and to the left of me, there is a freshwater runoff. Basically, all this fresh water is coming in, and redfish, snook will like it because a bunch of bait will flush in from ponds and nearby reservoirs and stuff. So we're here getting ready to fish. We got live greenbacks, pinfish, and everything we need. So we're gonna see what happens out here. I'm very excited to be back on the water after Milton. As you guys saw, Tampa Bay was a nut show. There was 5 foot to 4 foot swells in there. Really couldn't fish for Spanish mackerel because when they were up and we tried to get to them, we had to go like 7 miles an hour. So we came back inshore. And one, I want to show you guys all the damage that happened in St. Petersburg because this place got wrecked. All these places got wrecked. So we're gonna go around, see if anyone needs help with anything, and see what's going on. But first, we're gonna catch our fish. All right, guys, we got to the spot, and Jansen just, something snapped, but we had the monster flounder. It was about this. It was a doormat of a flounder right here. Oh my. We got our first good fish of the day, but I'm in a bad predicament here. I might need your help here. Yep. Oh my God, he's going around every pylon physically possible. Dude, okay. Okay, come on, buddy. Be gentle. Be gentle. It's a gag. It's a gag. Be gentle. I was like, but guys, so basically I just caught this gag, but we had a redfish come up and swipe one of our baits and completely missed. It was a big boy. But we got the gag out. So it was our first real fish of the day besides the lost ones. Hey, he's hooked good. But check that out, guys. This is a common gag grouper. As the water cooled down from 89 degrees to 75, these guys are gonna be in the docks like crazy right now. But they're a beautiful grouper. The hurricane will push them into, so there you go. Whatever it is, it's small. I didn't even feel a bite. I just switched the rod and he was on. So it's a little mangrove. Yep, shocker. You on? Yep. Get him, brother. Get him, Jansen. I'm gonna let this mangrove chill. Jansen's got something good, boys. Oh, it's nice. It's nice. Whoa, that was the red that missed me. I'm gonna get the net. Keep him down, keep him heads down. That was the red that missed my bait, dude. Jansen got the good fish. I got the crappy snapper. Get his head up. Yeah! Let's go! There we go, boys. There's a nice redfish from this dock. I said to Jansen, I saw one miss my bait, and then sure enough, he came back and found Jansen's. He might be slot, so this might be our little catch and cook action.
Heck yeah, buddy. If he is, we're keeping him.
Give him a measure. So after losing that nice freaking flounder, Jansen redeemed himself. A beautiful redfish out here fishing in Hurricane Milton, boys. Having a good time while the fishing was bad. How big was he?
He was just a tad over 20.
Just a tad over 20, so he's a slotty. We'll take him home for the catch and cook, make some good stuff. But hopefully we'll get a couple more and have some more action come this way. So let's get right back into it because we found a good biting set of fish, got some gags, had a big flounder here. And I'm gonna show you guys what we're doing and why I'm fishing right here when a hurricane happened and why I'm not fishing anywhere else. And I'll break everything down to you right here and now. All right, you guys, when we pull up to the spot, what I decided to fish today is a dock. As I went over earlier, wind sheltered everything, looks good, even though this dock is pretty much destroyed, but there's a good mangrove line here. So the first thing we're gonna do is chum. We're gonna get a net full of whitebait and just start brailing them out. This way, all the redfish and whatever is down this dock, like the flounder that Jansen lost right here, will come right at the boat. And you know, there's gags on the dock, there's everything. The water's 75 degrees. It's like perfect temperature for action to break loose. So we're gonna fish it hard, and I'm gonna show you guys the setups we're using and everything. So guys, my setup for today is the Tsunami Evict 4K on my forged rod. Get some really good casting range with the 7.7. It's a great rod, I love it. And the drag's great. So the reason I'm using that is because it's fully sealed, as I went over earlier. I mean, we got spray coming in the boat and everything. It was disgusting in the bay. And yeah, so I just decided to bring out some fully sealed reels so I don't have to worry about them getting beat up or a bunch of salt corrosion and all that stuff. Boys, but this is gonna get dicey really quick because he's running right at the piling. Ugh. They know. Okay, he's out. Yeah, it's a ready. We got reds biting. We got a school of them. Coming this way. We got some red boys. We got some red boys. Woo!
Ooh, we got a little kick in it.
Let's get them in. Get them in, boys. There we go. We got some red action. This is going to be a great day of fishing after Hurricane Milton, guys.
No, that's bigger than mine.
You see a little 2-spot action? Yeah. That's looking pretty cool. All right, guys, here's my slot redfish of the day. After Hurricane Milton, this was much needed. Good day out fishing. Sadly showing you guys the damages on the waters of docks and boats, but check that beautiful fish out. And we're going to keep on fishing because it's going to be an awesome bite. Snook on. Come over top of mine. We got a snook, boys. Jansen tossed out the one sardine we had in the well, and he got a little snook. See my line? That's whatever. Where's that net? Oh, you can flip them in. Flip, flip, flip. There's our first snook. This is one of Florida's most prized game fish right here. And he unhooked himself easy. Stop flopping, stop flopping. All right, guys, so this is Florida's prize game fish. This is the baby version. Yeah. This is a snook. Jansen tossed out a sardine about half his size, and he came and swiped it. Very aggressive predator. Their mouth is straight sandpaper, so it chews through any light fluorocarbon leader. If you had 10 pound on right there, you would have lost that fish.
Yeah, it's already, I felt the leader. It's pretty much done.
Yeah, the leader's done.
Cut some off.
So it's an awesome fish, but we're gonna let him go and get back into the action. Be careful on that pylon, brother. Yep. Be very careful. Be nice and easy on this fish. Jansen just got dusted, guys. Is he wrapped on anything?
Nope. I'm making the ground on it. Oh no, now I'm definitely gonna be wrapped.
You're good right now. That's the one you...
Dude, what in the world
You're good right now, brother. That's the one you gotta watch out for right there.
Oh no.
Just take it easy, just take it easy. You're good, you're good. He's off. Take it easy.
Oh, I felt him rubbing up against it.
Take it, don't try to force him if he's rubbing on it.
He's right here. Whoa.
Oh, it's a groupie. It's a big groupie.
Nice gag.
Oh, that is a nice gag, dude. Yoop. So that is the difference, guys, in the fight of a short gag grouper and a redfish.
Yeah.
It is night and day how hard these grouper fight, especially when you get them on the docks like this. No, no, it's a snook. Oh, I got broken off by something. Jansen, give me, I'm gonna try to be as quiet as possible. Yeah, he's moving. You wanna come see him?
Yeah.
Come look, come look, come look. Look at the snook, guys. Look, I don't know if you can see. No, it's a gag. Guys, this is a freaking legal size gag grouper that we can't keep on the flats. I'm trying to keep an eye. Jansen, hurry, 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 hurry. I don't know where he went, dude. There's a nice little grouper, but that one was like 8 times the size that we like. I thought it was a snook. We're gonna let this gag go, guys, but I just put on a mega pinfish. Oh my God, dude, I've never. All right, guys, we're now leaving the spot, and it's the time you've all been waiting for. It's the damage report. We had some great fishing. The hurricane did bring in some great fishing. It was really fun for a quick little sesh like we had today because we couldn't do what we wanted. But I'm gonna show you guys all the damages around here, and it's not looking pretty. Right here, we have a whole dock that toppled over from the wind or whatever. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Boat broke loose. As you see, a cement piling snapped. So that's how you know it got bad out here. We got a boat on a lawn over there, and we're gonna keep looking down this dock strip. I mean, those winds were really high, and it was not pretty. These guys up here seem to be retrieving a sunk boat. I mean, this boat barely made it on the lift. It's just brutal when this stuff happens, guys. That's why all the money this video makes is gonna be donated to hurricane relief funds, because so many people are really having rough times. They're gonna have a rough couple months because houses got flooded, freshwater flooding, saltwater flooding, and then you got that. How's it going, man? You need a water or anything? You need any you want a water?
We're good, thank
No problem. Yeah, so basically they're retrieving that sunken boat. There's 2 sunken boats right here. And we're gonna go around St. Pete and show you guys what's happened down here. All right, you guys, we've been up and down St. Pete. The most damages are not to the condos or homes on the water. And most of the damage that we saw in the homes was pre-Milton. It was from Helene, from the storm surge that hit this area. So basically, Milton didn't cause too much damage in the St. Pete area. Anna Maria Island's like completely wrecked, and down south it's completely wrecked. Just some boats up on like rock walls and stuff, but this is the main amount of damage we're seeing right here. For example, this big old sailboat is completely sunken now. He's sunk on anchor, so hopefully he evacuated that sailboat, because I'm not really gonna go looking inside it, because guys, I mean, look at that. That is a beautiful, large sailboat that is now sunken to the bottom. You see his anchor still there. But, you know, it's one of those things, guys, where if you're on the water, you got to evacuate out of the area, because this area could have had 20 feet of storm surge, and that building, like up to like the 2nd story, would have been underwater. I mean, this could have been a catastrophic hurricane for this area, but luckily most of the buildings are intact. Marinas, on the other hand, O'Neill's is like completely shut down. Their bait shop got destroyed in Helene, and then Milton made that even worse. But yeah, so we're gonna get back, catch and cook it. I'm gonna talk about the hurricane, what could have happened, what happened, while we're cleaning the fish, and show you guys some images that I've seen around the whole area of damages, all the way from St. Petersburg to Dunedin, Florida. So see you guys when we're doing that. One thing I am happy to say is that thank God this area got spared from that 20-foot storm surge that was going to come. The damage was nothing compared to Helene. There are some wind damages, like the Tropicana roof got blown off and a few freshwater flooding incidents, but it was nothing compared to what was supposed to come in the original forecast for Milton, which was that 20-foot storm surge. The reason I keep saying that is because if that would have hit, St. Petersburg would be completely inhabitable. It would be a mess. But sadly, that did end up hitting Anna Maria Island down to Siesta Key, and these areas got very decimated. That is why this video and all the money it makes is going to hurricane relief to help these people out, because luckily, by the grace of God, we all got spared here. All right, you guys, so we're out here now at the cleaning portion where we got our beautiful redfish lined up right here. 2 beautiful slot redfish. The vessel limit is 2. The limit per person is 1. So we're gonna cook these bad boys up tonight. It's gonna be awesome. So let's get right into the cleaning process.
All right, pretty simple fillet process here. Just make this first cut just behind the pectoral fin here. Got to kind of keep the knife at a little bit of an angle. There we go. You just bring it around up to the top here. They do still have a little bit of meat up top there. Go down to the backbone. Then you're just kind of feeling those ribs as you're poking along this backbone down here. Knife's not going in too deep. You're just making the first little incision here. Still poking the bones on the ribs. And then when you get through, pop it out here on the backside, knife angled down. And you just ride the spine. I leave a little bit attached there. Then you just flip it around, and you're just raking across the top of the rib cage here. All the way down. Open this up a little more. Right to about there. Flip it around, connect right here. Now here you can do a couple different things. I kind of like to just kind of peel and cut at the same time, because a lot of times you can peel it off the top of this rib cage. Of course, they have a pretty thick rib cage, so you can kind of just peel it back a little bit, force it open, and then you can continue on cutting. See those bones there? Like so. And you can just continue on cutting right across the top of the ribs there. All right, now that we got that, flip around here to our entry cut. Connect it right up at the top. And this will pretty much just peel off. Got the rib out of the way there. And just like that. I like to hold it kind of close to me. This knife's got some flex in it, as you can see. We'll use that to our advantage here. Just start in here. And just take your time. Let the knife do the work, as Gordon Ramsay says. And there is your boneless redfish fillet.
All right guys, so Jansen's just gonna finish up the rest of the fish. As you guys know, 2 sides to every fish, so we're gonna fillet these bad boys up. And I'll see you guys at the kitchen while we're cooking it up, and I'm explaining hurricane damage, what the state of Florida is gonna look like after this, how Tampa Bay is gonna fare. I'll go into the fishing, I'm just gonna go into everything. So I'll see you guys when we're cooking tonight, and it's gonna be a great meal. We're probably gonna do some redfish tacos we decided on. So I'll see you guys when we make some beautiful redfish tacos, because these things taste great. All right, you guys, we're here at the kitchen and we got Jansen getting ready to cook up per usual.
Heck yeah.
Jansen's a really good cook. I am not, I'm honest with you guys. But yeah, we're getting ready to cook up, and I'll see you guys when we're cooking. We got off the water and it was one heck of a day. Really rough out there, as you guys saw, but right now is a good time. Everyone's got power in Dunedin now, so we're gonna cook up some food.
Alrighty guys, so as Dylan mentioned earlier, we're doing some fish tacos. Of course you can use the seasoning packet. I kind of like to make my own variation of it. It's basically the same ingredients, just a little bit different amounts of each. So some paprika, garlic powder, salt of course, chili powder. This one's normally not in taco seasoning, but it goes great on fish and adds a little bit of kick, so some lemon pepper in there. And then of course, some cumin. So what we're gonna do first, take a little bit of olive oil and go over the top of this so that way that seasoning will stick. The fish have been dried off so there's no water, because we're gonna try to do a little blackening action. Not completely, but want a little bit of color on there. So go ahead, rub all these down with some olive oil. Make sure they are all coated on this first side. Grab our seasonings here. First one going in with, this one's the chili powder. So you don't have to be too aggressive with this. If you go a little much, it'll have a little bit more spice. All just depends on what you like. We don't want it to be overly spicy here. Over the whole surface. And we're gonna be seasoning this fish on both sides as well. This redfish is a little bit thicker. Of course, on thinner fillets, you might only wanna do one side. But with these, we're hitting it on both. Chili powder, a little bit of garlic powder next. You don't want to be too overzealous with the garlic. It is a pretty strong spice. Light dusting will suffice. This paprika is going to give us a really good color on the outside too. And one of the main ingredients, cumin. So this gives a lot of the taco-y flavor you'll taste in the packets. It's pretty much these exact same ingredients, or at least the natural ones are. Some of the non-organic ones have some words you can't pronounce, but these are the bases of that, of those ingredients. So hit a little bit of salt on top. Now what I like to do once I do that is I just kind of pat everything in, make sure it all adheres to the fish. Alrighty, go ahead and turn this on medium high. So as you can see, I got it somewhere around a 7 on there. Won't stay there the entire time, just to get some color on the tops of them initially. And then we'll kind of turn it down a little bit. Don't want it to be dried on the outside and raw on the inside. So I'll kind of show you as we're going through it. So we're gonna put some oil in here, let this heat up, and we'll see you guys when we toss them in. All right, so pan's heated up to medium-high temp. Just dusted a little bit of the garlic powder or the lemon pepper over top. Forgot that in the initial step. So pan is heated. We're only gonna do 2 at a time so we don't overcrowd it. Should give us a nice little sizzle here. Push this down, make sure all sides have contact. Nice and bubbly. Now then, just real quick, Go over the top with a tiny bit of olive oil. Hit them with that seasoning combination again on this side. You don't have to go over the top. Now, if you're careful and don't hit the edges, you can kind of pat this in on the top side as well. Perfect. So we're gonna let these go for a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then when they're done, we'll show you guys what they look like on the other side, give them a quick flip, and be good to go from there. So the fish is starting to get a little bit brown around the edges here. It's losing some of its translucentness and getting a little bit more opaque on these thinner sides here. So we want some good color, hopefully, on these. Try to do this gently to not splash grease. And there we go. So some nice blackening color. There's that one. So good color on there, but as you can see through these little cracks here, the meat is not burnt. This is just the seasoning kind of caramelizing and sticking to the meat, which is the blackening effect. And that's what we're going after. So we're gonna give this another minute or so on this side, finish up, do these other 2 fillets, and then we'll see you guys when they're all done. All right, so of course with fish tacos, a good coleslaw right on top is one of the main things that would normally go on there. A couple different variations that you can do there. What I like to do is just a very simple, basic coleslaw per se. Just some sliced red cabbage, got some lime juice, a little bit of mayo, salt and pepper, and the secret ingredient is just a tiny bit of sugar, which some people put a lot. I only like to put a little bit because I like it to be more savory and acidic versus on the sweet side. So I kind of eyeball this a little bit. There are actual recipes out there. However, I just kind of go based off of looks. And of course, there's creamy, there's dry, there's a bunch of different ways you can make this. I'll just kind of show you guys the way that I go about it. So we got half of a lime going in here, a little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper, and a little bit of sugar here. So I'll measure this out in my hand so you guys can see. So not a ton, just about that amount. We'll dust the rest off there. All right, so now give this a quick little mix. I don't want this to be too wet, but I don't want it to be too dry, kind of somewhere right in the middle. It helps if you make the sauce first and then add in the cabbage. That way you can kind of control. If it's too wet, add a little bit more cabbage. If it's too dry, then you can just add in a little bit more of the ingredients there. So we'll just take a handful, toss this in there, see what this gives us here. So I can already tell I'm going to need to add a tiny bit more red cabbage, but that's the reason we do it this way, so we don't put in way too much cabbage and have to make a whole bunch more sauce. So we'll do that. Add in just a little bit more here. We'll do a quick little taste test just to see what we're working with. All right, so lime's coming through well. One thing it is missing is that savoriness, so we're gonna add a tiny bit more salt and a tiny bit more pepper just because I couldn't really taste it in there, so going with a tiny bit more. Just like anything, got to make sure it's mixed thoroughly. You don't want to get a mouthful of pepper or a mouthful of lime juice or anything else, so mix thoroughly.
All right, you guys, we're going in for the taste test. Jansen's masterpiece. And here we go. The blackened redfish never fails, guys. Oh my God. Gonna be good tacos.
It just goes to show you don't have to use a seafood specific seasoning to get a good blackening on any fish. You can kind of throw together a couple different variations of it. As long as you got the right heat and don't over season it, then you're good to go.
Mm-hmm. Listen to him. He's a great cook, guys. He should start his own cooking channel, I've been telling him. But
then how are we gonna go fishing?
Yeah. But we are gonna make these tacos up and I'll show you guys the finished product. And I'll see you guys when we're doing that.
All right, guys, so here's what we're working with here. Got a little bit of the Mexican rice action going on. Just very simple, basic tacos. I kind of want to let the fish speak for itself in a sense. I just like a good coleslaw on top. Adds a little bit more acidity in there and a little bit more texture as well. But I don't want to overcrowd the fish. Just flour tortillas, the coleslaw, the blackened redfish. Should be pretty good. But yeah, this is my take on fish tacos, and we'll see how these guys like it.
This video started out with all the destruction and chaos that this storm caused. But we as Floridians are resilient, and we will fight back and rebuild our community better than ever, because even in the darkest nights, the sun always rises in the morning and things always do get better. So thank you guys so much for watching.